Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for today, Friday, March 15, 2024. I am Beverly Telesford. In the headlines, the 2024 Republic Bank Intercall champions take to the streets to celebrate their victory. Grenada facing multi-million-dollar lawsuit by the family of U.S. couple deemed dead. And Joel Joseph remanded after charge of harboring escaped criminal Livon Date. In the region, all eyes on Haiti as Prime Minister Ariel Henry resigns. On the international scene, Senegalese opposition leaders released from jail ahead of elections. Coming up in sports, Serena Alexander is the javelin champion of the 2024 Republic Bank Intercall Games. Details after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments. Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. It was a Juve-like atmosphere in Grenville on Friday as the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School celebrated their big win in the 2024 Republic Bank Intercall Games.
In a jubilant display of victory and community pride, the streets of Grenville came alive as the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School, SAS, celebrated their triumph in the 2024 Republic Bank Intercall Championship. They were joined by their counterparts from the St. Joseph Convent Grenville, Grenville Secondary School, and the Grenada Christian Academy. SAS brought glory to the parish, echoing their school song of bringing the noblest and the best to their community. Teachers, athletes, and well-wishers poured out onto the streets of Grenville, creating a carnival-like atmosphere that engulfed the town. Flags waved, chants of triumph filled the air, and smiles adorned the faces of all who joined in the festivities. Diane Abel Jeffrey, the principal of SAS, could hardly contain her joy.
I'm lost for words at this time. As you've seen, we just come off from celebrating, and indeed it is a big win for SAS. It's actually 24 titles, and that's why we had the slogan 24 in 24, because we've won 21 boys title but 3 girls title. So when we add them, we get 24. So it's really something to celebrate. And I must say thanks to our athletes. They were really determined to get this win, and they have gone out and they've done their best. I also must say thanks to the coaches and the management team, the team that has managed the athletes throughout. They have done the work. They have encouraged, they have motivated, they have put in everything that they could have to get all that output that we have gotten, so that we can celebrate today. We can celebrate our 24 in 24.
Her elation was shared by everyone present as they reveled in the glory of their achievement.
Everything's staying in Grenville. We're feeling good up here today. Proud. Respect.
I'm celebrating, man. I tell you, I'm so pleased and happy. Great work. They did a lot of training and preparing.
Elated, happy, everything. It's a long overdue. It has been a long journey. Hats off to the coaches, the principal, the management team, they did an awesome job.
In St. Andrews, people feel good, and I feel proud of the guys. They did well. Both boys and girls did well. So it's a blessing, man. It's a proud moment for us.
Now also, who is a proud sponsor of SAS, Communications Manager Jamila Lewis, joined in the celebration.
It was overwhelming because I journeyed with the team from day one, and I know that they really pushed. They believed in themselves, and when I discovered that we were 23 points ahead with a last relay, I know we won. It was just emotional.
Meanwhile, in the neighboring parish of St. David, another celebration was on the way as the athletes of St. David's Catholic School celebrate the 18th Intercol Championship in the girls division. The jubilant present mirrored the sense in Grenville, underscoring the passion and pride that sports evoke within communities across Grenada. As both parishes celebrated their respective victories, the camaraderie and sportsmanship displayed by all involved served as a testament to the unified power of athletics. Nisha Peters, GBN News.
The man who was found in the company of escaped criminal Levon Date has been formally charged. Charged with the offense of harboring is 36-year-old Joel Joseph of Tulare, St. Andrew. Joseph was arrested after being found in the company of escaped prisoner Levon Date during an operation conducted by the members of the Royal Grenada Police Force on Wednesday morning. Joseph appeared at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Friday and was remanded to His Majesty's prisons. He is scheduled to make his next court appearance on Friday, 5th April 2024. According to the Grenada Criminal Code, any person who knows or has reason to believe that someone has committed or been convicted of a crime and harbors the person so that they can avoid their arrest or serve their sentence can be sentenced to a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison. After being on the run for 3 weeks, having escaped police custody on February 21st, Levon Date, alias Magic of Griffin Lane, St. Andrew, was recaptured by police around 1:40 a.m. on Wednesday during a sting operation that commenced in St. David and ended in St. Andrew. Date, who was found with injuries, was taken to the General Hospital for medical attention and was admitted as a patient. He has not yet made his court appearance to answer to charges relating to his escape. Date is charged with capital murder in connection to the disappearance of Canadian citizen Wayne Smart in December 2022. On March 31st, 2023, Date led police to a beachfront area in Riverside, St. Patrick, where they discovered what appeared to be burned human remains, believed to be Smart. The law firm of Henry and Bristol has been retained by family members of the 2 Americans who were reportedly killed by 3 escaped prisoners from the South St. George police station on February 18th. Attorney Jimmy Bristol, who now serves as a consultant to the law firm, confirmed the information when contacted on Friday. However, opted not to divulge the information, instructing our news team to contact the office for further information. However, when contacted on Friday, officials from the law firm opted to neither confirm nor deny the information. Meanwhile, reports are that a $1 million lawsuit is in the making from the family of a murdered American couple who were reportedly killed by the 3 prisoners from Paradise St. Andrew, Ron Mitchell, Atiba Stanislaus, and Trevor Robertson, who hijacked their yacht in the Grandlands area. Police believe the men may have discarded the bodies in the high seas on their way to St. Vincent, where the boat was found abandoned, and they were captured some 3 days later. To date, the bodies of the American yachties have not been recovered. The murder suspects, who were making a run for it on a number of serious charges, are currently facing a series of new charges, including double capital murder in the couple's death. GBN will continue following this story and bring you more details as they become available. This is News at 7. Coming up, Labour Minister disclosed better pay and benefits for people employed under the Canada Farm Labour Program. Stay with us.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy just 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Thinking about getting internet at home? Sign up now and get a $200 Visa cash card from Flow. That's $200 cash to spend anywhere that accepts card payments. Buy groceries, beauty supplies, pay bills, buy whatever you like. Enjoy super fast broadband and free cash now from Flow, keeping you connected.
With the craziest deal of up to 60% off across the store. You heard right. Up to 60% off across the store. Plus, mad door. What's the deals you don't want to miss? Sail on for 3 days only. Thursday 14 to Saturday 16 March. So, rush down to Quartz now, today, right away. Because deals this good won't last very long. Plus, with Ready Finance, you can get what you need now and pay later. Quartz March Madness! Don't miss it. Special conditions apply. Offer ends March 16, 2024.
Like family, it's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5. On your tickets, match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Arise Credit Union. Arise's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Arise's Own Your Own loan. Arise Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arisescu.com.
Fully 1 week. Nah. Telling you. You didn't pass the dragon. Hello. You see that? About 10, let them make a hard day, man. Me a 38 man. But you man 92. Yeah. You need the number 1 run, man. That easy. No what? Nice. Yeah. Number 1. Yeah, me too.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number 1 rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
My name is Alimaka Motley. I've been here doing nails since 2017. Me being self-employed, I have realized that paying the NIS benefits me now and even when I retire. By the time I'm 65, I will be receiving contributions back from NIS. So I benefit because I'm self-employed. Anything can happen. If anything happens to you while you're at work, you've got a bad cold, you have the COVID, you have dengue, we have all these diseases that's plaguing us at the moment. NIS will be giving you back some form of money when you're ill. So I would encourage all small business persons to sign up with NIS now.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
The Ministry of Labor, Legal and Consumer Affairs launched the Consumer Affairs Office on Friday to coincide with the observance of World Consumer Rights Day. Chrislina John has the details.
In a bid to promote and protect consumer interests and rights in the supply of goods and the provision of services, the Ministry of Legal Affairs and Consumer Affairs launched the Consumer Affairs Office on Friday. Its role is to ensure protection of life and the health and the safety of consumers. The office will be headed by Ms. Marilyn Hosford Williams as its director. Linwald Parrott, Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Labor, speaking on the observance of World Consumer Rights Day, explained the mandate of the office.
The Division of Consumer Affairs is responsible for the discharge of statutory obligations as prescribed under the Consumer Protection Act 2018. Its main functions are defined under the following pragmatic areas: consumer advisory, consumer protection, investigation and redress, consumer education and empowerment, consumer research and analysis, consumer advocacy, and the representation on statutory and other boards and committees.
The Division of Consumer Affairs is responsible for the discharge of statutory obligations as mandated by the Consumer Protection Act functions. Parrott explained the benefits to be had.
Benefits of the Consumer Affairs Office include greater responsiveness to the concerns of consumers and the handling of their complaints, resulting in greater redress. Consumer rights are safeguarded and their interests are protected and promoted. Suppliers become obligated under the Act to respect the rights of consumers. Consumer affairs officers can now effectively perform their duties as they have the legal mandate to enforce the Consumer Protection Act.
Minister for Labor and Legal Affairs and Consumer Affairs, Claudette Joseph, outlined the mandate of the Consumer Affairs Office.
Now, the Consumer Affairs Office is mandated to provide certain administrative and technical services, including receiving, investigating, and resolving consumer complaints, engaging in public education about consumer rights and general affairs, by laying reports to the Parliament through the Minister, of course, publication and dissemination of reports, newsletters, booklets, posters, and other forms of literature for public awareness and education. Also, the Consumer Affairs Office is mandated to engage in certain market research and surveillance exercises. And therefore, the office must keep abreast with regional and international trends so that it remains relevant and assesses the likely impact of those trends on consumers.
The office will also be responsible for assessing the quality of selected goods that may impact the health and safety of consumers. The Legal Affairs Minister said the law makes provision for the establishment of an advisory body to the minister and a tribunal for hearing and determining complaints.
Artificial intelligence requires that in serving consumers, it is done with greater transparency and more astute protection of consumer rights. In this regard, the protection offered by the current law will need to be revisited to make sure that we are in alignment with modern advancements in technology. In this era of AI, transparency will require us to serve our people in such a way that they make informed decisions.
Many of the services offered by the Consumer Affairs Office are available online on its website /llca.gov.gd/consumer. Christina John, GBN News.
As schools celebrated victories at the 2024 Republic Bank Intercol Championship, one family was forced to digest the heartbreaking news that their loved one had collapsed and subsequently died. GBN's news team visited the grieving family on Friday.
Dead is former Granville Secondary School student, 32-year-old Vanessa Hofford, who would have celebrated her 33rd birthday next month. Vanessa met her unfortunate demise after collapsing in the stands amidst all the excitement on the final day of the 3-day championship, leaving attendees in a state of shock and sorrow. GBN visited the home of the now grieving family in St. James, St. Andrew on Friday and spoke with her father, Richie Hofford. According to Hofford, his daughter, who underwent surgery just a few weeks ago, was mandated by a doctor to follow strict instructions with regards to her eating and socializing habits. He further confirms that the intercall environment, where it's loud and full of excitement, was not an appropriate place for her to be socializing.
Because if I knew Vanessa was going into the intercall, I'd have tried to attract her out of that. Because I know the heat, how hot it was yesterday, and then the heat from people, and the thing that didn't suit her at all. Yeah. I miss Vanessa. I really miss Vanessa. I cried for a long time.
Vanessa, who did not bear children, is the last of 8 siblings, 3 sisters and 4 brothers, who are now left to grieve her passing.
Well, I have to keep strong. It happened, and by somehow I have to understand how it happened. It's not somebody that killed her. So God is there, and I will keep strong.
Our news team caught up with Vanessa's former secondary school teacher, Tessa Sincere, who was notably emotional during our visit to the family home.
I didn't expect Nessie to be at intercall, really and truly. As knowing of the issue that she has, very loving child, a really, really good soul, you know. As a teacher, looking back, she has not really changed much. Her features are the same. You know, she would, as a student, even if I say to her, Nessie, you're not doing that, she would say, okay, miss, I hear you, but you know, this is what I'm going to do. That's Nessie. Everybody loved Nessie. Every single body loved Nessie. Everybody.
At the time of her death, Vanessa was employed as a spa therapist at the Spice Islands Beach Resort, where she has been associated since 2019. A statement obtained by GBN on Friday reads, and I quote, Vanessa's zest for life was infectious, and this is one of the special qualities we will remember about her. The Hopkins family, and by extension, the Spice Island Beach Resort family, send our sincere condolences to Vanessa's family at this difficult time and hope that you would be comforted by the memorable moments shared during her lifetime. For GBN News, Nisha Paul.
Seasonal farm workers under the Farm Labor Program will be receiving better pay and benefits during their 6-month work stay in Canada. Rena Perry Thomas has the details.
New benefits and salary increases have been negotiated for Grenadian seasonal farm workers under the Farm Labour Program. The farm workers who annually spend 6 months working on various farms in Canada heard the good news during a recent sit-down with the Minister for Labour, Claude Joseph. Minister Joseph revealed that this decision stemmed from a regional meeting involving officials from various Caribbean nations benefiting from the program, along with representatives from the Canadian government.
We are happy to see that during that meeting, we negotiated a number of things that will be to your benefit. We negotiated improved wages, working conditions, fringe benefits for all of you, our workers in the program. And this was done at the annual review meeting that was held in Port of Spain in December 2023. And coming out of this meeting, what we have now is that farm workers, you, will be your wages will be adjusted to reflect changes in the minimum wage in Canada.
The minister added that workers one farmer are also set to receive more benefits.
A recognition payment of Canadian $4.22 per week, up to a maximum of $135, that's Canadian, will now be paid to workers completing 5 or more consecutive years with the same employer. Right, so that might apply to some of you. Right, once you're with the same employer, you get this extra recognition payment.
The Labour Minister said government is committed to enhancing the program. She spoke of some of their plans going forward.
We plan to address certain processes in the program, including the selection process, because we think more Grenadian, there are a lot of opportunities out there, and we think more Grenadian young men and women should be able to benefit from the program just as you have been benefited. So we're going to look at the selection process going forward. Consular support. We're going to enhance monitoring and evaluation of the program, preparation of and readiness of candidates to enter the program.
Rina P. Thomas, GBN News.
The Ministry of Agriculture is working with the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species to lift a continued ban on queen conch. The details in this report from Arena Pear Thomas.
Grenada, bounded by the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, CITES, of wild fauna and flora reporting obligations, has been banned from exporting queen conch since 2016 due to a lapse in reporting since 2013. In an effort to resume the export of queen conch, locally known as lambi, to the international market, the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources has sought assistance from the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species Secretariat to address its non-compliance issues. The CITES Secretariat, together with the OECS Secretariat, was on island this week working towards implementing legislative measures, reporting procedures, and institutional arrangements to get Grenada fully compliant and the ban lifted. Stakeholders from various sectors attended a workshop on Tuesday held at the Fisheries Conference Room, where they were briefed on the Convention's requirements and their role in implementation. Thomas DeLeo, legal officer at the CITES Secretariat, outlined the anticipated outcomes of the workshop.
At the technical level, the outcome would be to ensure that Grenada is in a position to fulfill all of the obligations under the Convention, but the bigger picture is to ensure that Grenada can continue conserving its species, especially its marine species, for the enjoyment of the population in Grenada, but also to develop the economic sector that is using those resources for economic trade. That would be the bigger picture and the bigger success in the implementation of the convention. Grenada is doing a good work in developing its legislation for the implementation of the convention. So one objective would be to continue and finalize the draft and then adopt the legislation, and also continue its effort to provide the reporting that the convention requires in terms of the trade in CITES listed species. That would be the two big achievements for the country, and thus allowing the country to continue implementing the convention as it is required to.
The CARICOM Secretariat focused on enhancing the capacity to implement the convention's provisions effectively. Tisha Batiste represented the Secretariat at the event.
Nationally, that Grenadians from the public to the private sector have a clear understanding of what it means to be a party to the convention and how that applies and relates to everyone. So increasing awareness, having a clear understanding, and ensuring that from a national perspective people know, and when they hear CITES they know exactly what it means and how it can benefit them as a people. This happening at the national level is very important. We have all the players, all the important institutions from trade, police, forestry, fisheries, export, legal affairs, certainly, and all these stakeholders are important because in any legislation, national consultation is a very critical part of the process. And from a CARICOM perspective,
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources, Isaac Bagwan, underscored the significance of lifting the ban.
As it relates to the queen conch, this is very important as an export for Grenada as part of the fishing sector. Of course, we know that once you do export, you do get foreign exchange. Of course, that industry itself creates employment for quite a number of persons. And of course, there is the opportunity for value added. So it's a very important industry because it helps, of course, generally with the issue of poverty alleviation. So for us, it is taking the steps to, do what we need to do so that we could get back, or the ban should be lifted, and that we could get back to exporting queen conch.
Queen conch, listed on the Appendix 2 of the CITES Convention, necessitates a CITES certificate for trade, and a number of legislative and administrative processes must take place. Chief Fisheries Officer Justin Rennie said a stock assessment has already been conducted. Christina John, GBN News.
One man's mode of celebrating with the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School after victory at the 56th Republic Bank Intercall Championship on Friday takes the spotlight. Let's take a look through the GBN ISOR lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISOR is brought to you by Clear Vision. Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's GBN ISOR takes us to St. Andrew as the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School celebrated their big win in the boys division of the 2024 Republic Bank Intercall Games. One celebrant created quite the spectacle as he danced while eating from the back of a car. SAS, sponsored by Nawasa, won the boys division of the games, which concluded on Thursday, while St. David's Catholic Secondary School won the girls division. We thank our citizen journalists for that submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms. Still to come, farmers to benefit from more than $1 million investment in the Agricultural Development Assistance Program. Stay with us.
Get ready to witness the ultimate showcase of talent, speed, and determination at the 2024 Carifta Games. This prestigious event brings together the best young athletes from across the Caribbean, competing for glory like never before. With the motto, many people, one region, celebrating athletics, Carifta embodies the essence of Caribbean unity through sports, igniting a flame that illuminates the future of sports in the region. Don't miss out on this incredible event taking place at the Karani James Athletic Stadium from Saturday 30th March to Monday 1st April 2024. Get your tickets now at Grenadian Optical or visit gotofed.com and secure your spot to be part of this extraordinary celebration of athleticism.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
The National Lotteries Authority is a proud sponsor of many cultural activities within the trial state of Grenada.
My name is Anderson Matheson, also known as Leftis, and I'm a calypsonian and string band music player from Carriacou. I support the games of the National Lottery Authority because culture benefits tremendously. Annually, the NLA supports the Carriacou and Petit Matinee Carnival, the Carriacou String Band Music Festival, and all regattas, among other activities. When I play the game of the NLA, I can see where my money goes, and it's an investment into our culture.
Yes, Grenada, when you play the games of the NLA, you enable us to invest in the skills and talents of our people in the areas of sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
Are you a VIP? Have you taken the necessary steps to safeguard your child's health? Let's get it right. Get your child on their vaccination schedule. Our national protection and coverage is our national priority. Our actions will impact Grenada's health and wellness. Let's make childhood immunization and vaccination number one. I am Senator Jonathan Lacrette, and I am a VIP champion. Let's make all our children VIPs, vaccinated, immunized, and protected.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness, and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Thinking about getting internet at home? Sign up now and get a $200 Visa cash card from Flow. That's $200 cash to spend anywhere that accepts card payments. Buy groceries, beauty supplies, pay bills, buy whatever you like. Enjoy super fast broadband and free cash now from Flow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. Former Assistant Superintendent of Police Alston Boxer Alexander and his companion Marcia Watson were back in the No. 1 High Court today for their ongoing case, which was adjourned to a later date in April. The adjournment was deemed necessary to address several in-house matters, including legal submissions by the defendant's legal counsel, Catcherton Hood. This legal saga dates back to August 2015, when Alexander and Watson were granted bail in the sum of EC $400,000 each with 3 sureties. The two were slapped with charges on 17 counts related to money laundering and fraud. The charges stem from allegations that Alexander and Watson jointly defrauded the government of Grenada of over 933,000 EC dollars. These specific charges include 7 counts of fraud by false pretense, 7 counts of money laundering, 1 count of attempted fraud, 1 count of conspiracy, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering. The case has garnered significant attention, and the upcoming proceedings in April are awaited with anticipation as the legal battle unfolds. Farmers will benefit from an over $1 million investment in the Agricultural Development Assistance Program geared toward improving the agricultural sector. Details in this report.
$1.3 million has been injected in the Agricultural Development Assistance Program with an aim to expand support to farmers. The program, which is under the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources, a previous investment of $500,000 in 2023. The program's key focus areas include providing labor assistance to 450 medium-sized farmers, covering tasks like land clearing, crop planting, tree pruning, and drain maintenance, totaling approximately $405,000. Furthermore, labor support will be extended to 50 farmers cultivating 10 acres or more, amounting to $90,000. Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Isaac Bagwan, spoke of some of the additional assistance that will be given to farmers.
To provide support for 15 nursery operators. We're also going to be providing support for 15 horticultural farmers. We're going to also provide support for farmers in terms of replanting and rehabilitating or banana planting and Gros Michel, those farmers that are involved in these kind of crops. We're also going to be providing some additional inputs in terms of provision of fertilizers and poisons for rats and rodents and so.
Other initiatives include tractor and chainsaw services to clear additional planting areas, material and labor support for 25 livestock farmers, and assistance for 15 nursery operators, among other endeavors. Bagwan emphasized that the primary objective is to increase production and meet the local market demand.
One of the key objectives of the program is to assist farmers in increasing the production, and we want to be able to supply the local markets and of course look at the possibility of getting into the external market. But there is a huge demand on the local market, and our first objective is to satisfy that local demand, and of course other programs of the ministry will add support in terms of other areas so that we can get to the point of export and value added.
John Andrew, the coordinator of the Agricultural Development Assistance Program, outlined some of the challenges and needs faced by farmers.
Rodenticides. We have a lot of problems right now with mongoose and rats, and also some fertilizer support for the different categories of farmers. And for some farmers, access to roads might be an issue. We are looking at how we can probably put some binders on some of the roads and do some drainage, some of the trimmings and so on. to allow some farmers to get better access to their farms if they are doing serious commercial farming.
The ministry is committed to improve food and nutrition security and increase farmers' income by integrating modern technology with best agricultural practices. Renepe Thomas, GBN News.
Stay with us. More news after this break.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Like family, it's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5. On your tickets, match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
Good evening, sporting fans. Arsenal have been drawn against Bayern Munich in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, while Manchester City will play 14-time winners Real Madrid. The Gunners will host German side Bayern, who has England captain Harry Kane in their squad at Emirates Stadium on the first leg. Meanwhile, this is the third successive season City, who won last year's title, have met Real in the knockout stages. The first legs take place April 9th and 10th, with the second legs on April 16th and 17th. Both City and Arsenal play their first leg fixtures on April 9th, with the Gunners at home to Bayern and Pep Guardiola's side at Bernabeu. The return legs take place on April 17th, with the two Premier League sides facing each other in the semi-finals if they win their respective ties. In the other ties, 5-time winners Barcelona will play French champions Paris Saint-Germain, while Atletico Madrid, who are fourth in La Liga, host German opposition Borussia Dortmund. St. Croix's Michelle Smith will likely add to her medal haul when she leads the U.S. Virgin Islands team to the 51st Carifta Track and Field Championships. The Carifta meet is scheduled from March 31st to April 1st in Grenada, where the territory's athletes will compete against their counterparts from 27 countries. Smith has won gold medals in both the under-17 400-meter hurdles and the 800-meter run in the last two Carifta Games. She is coming off a stellar indoor season where she ran a personal best 53.55 seconds in the girls 400-meter run at the New Balance Indoor Nationals in Boston last week. She already has the fastest under-20 women's time in the world in the 400 meters. That's 56.78 seconds. Keith Smith Sr., president of the Virgin Island Track and Field Federation, said he's looking forward to continuing the USVI's performances over the last few years and can come home with at least 2 or 3 medals, including gold medals. With that, sports, stay with us for a look around the region. And now for your regional news. Observers are keenly monitoring the unraveling situation in Haiti following the resignation of Prime Minister Ariel Henry and the CARICOM forged agreement to form a transitional presidential council to lead the country to new general elections. Details in this report.
The question now is, what will the gangs do?
Former director of the CARICOM representative office in Haiti, Earl Huntley, says there are still looming concerns in Haiti.
Jimmy Cherizier, known as Barbecue, said yesterday in an interview that we'll wait and see what happens. He has not committed to withdrawing. And now that the gangs have tasted power, it's going to be very difficult, I think, for them to. I think they're going to insist that they have somebody on the transitional council.
Huntley notes the resignation of Haiti Prime Minister Ariel Henry and CARICOM's agreement on the transitional presidential council, while welcomed, are still far from stabilizing solutions.
Other factor that one has to take into account is a guy called Guy Philippe, who had led the opposition, the removal of Aristide in 2004 at the behest of the Americans and the French, and who was then convicted of money laundering by the Americans. He was released last year from jail early. He came back, and in January he was calling for a revolution for the removal of Ariel. He had led demonstrations on February 7th. With a paramilitary group called BSAP, which is an environmental group set up by Ariel Henry, who were armed. Nothing came out of that, and so he went low, and then all of a sudden the gangs came to the fore and attacked, and I believe that he probably formed an alliance with the gangs. In fact, there's been a suggestion that he should be part of a transitional council. So we wait to see what is going to happen.
Moreover, Huntley points to the dire humanitarian crisis that has forced many out of their homes seeking refuge.
Because the gangs take over areas. One should also say that the problem is really in Port-au-Prince. People talk about the violence in Haiti and the instability. It's really in Port-au-Prince that the gangs are controlling. And that is because from the time of Papa Doc, everything got centered in Port-au-Prince. So that is why everything is happening in Port-au-Prince. If you go into the provinces, in Cap-Haïtien, the main city in the north, there are no gangs there. So the problem is in Port-au-Prince. But if you can control that situation in Port-au-Prince, then the rest of the country will be at peace.
Observers now wait to see whether violence in the troubled country will subside as Haiti enters a transitional period towards stabilization. Solange Alfred, HTS News Force.
In Trinidad and Tobago, residents of Goya Street, El Dorado, where Andrew Mature, the father of Hannah Matura, was held on Wednesday night, characterized Andrew as usually a very quiet person. The skeletal remains of 18-year-old Hannah were found in a shallow grave at the back of the family's Butu Road, South Valaisan home on Tuesday. Police said Andrew was wanted in connection with the discovery, and on Wednesday night he was held at his brother's apartment in El Dorado. More in this report.
When Andrew Matura showed up at Goya Street, El Dorado on Tuesday, neighbors thought nothing of it because he grew up in the area and would occasionally visit his brother in whose apartment he was held last night. CNC3 News was told that he asked a neighbor to break the locks off the door so he could gain entry. Residents say when he first appeared, he looked unkempt and failed in his attempt to gain entry to the apartment. He returned hours later with a garbage bag and asked a resident to break the locks open for him. This is the apartment where Andrew Matura was held by police officers on Wednesday night. As you can see behind me, the makeshift bed that he slept on for the past couple of days whilst on the run from police officers in relation to the unnatural death of his daughter Hannah. Scattered around are some of the grocery items and toiletries that he purchased just hours before his capture. Both residents and neighbors were saying that they are surprised at what they were hearing about Andrew. They said he was a very quiet person. This apartment originally belonged his brother, who had to move out after complications with diabetes. While on the run, Matura managed to visit a supermarket where he picked up a few items, amongst them a mosquito net and toothpaste. After his capture, Matura was taken for medical attention and then to the Aruka police station, where he remains up to news time. Residents say had police distributed photographs of him explaining that he was wanted, they would have called and he would have been held sooner. Jensen Lavend, CNC3 News.
There have been celebrations on the streets of Senegal's capital after the opposition leaders were freed from jail ahead of the delayed election on March 24th.
Sonko represents hope for the entire nation. Look what is happening around the youth. They want change. We want Sonko in power.
Sonko has spent more than 6 months in prison. Many people here feel that he was in prison on grounds that were unfounded, and his arrest was politically motivated to try to eliminate him from the presidential election. And so his liberation is seen as a moment of hope for young Senegalese, and that see in the anti-establishment opposition leader Ousmane Sonko and his candidate Bassirou Diomaye Faye a real break from President Macky Sall. And so this for them is truly the beginning of their campaign to win the election of March 24th.
And that was your look around the region. Stay with us for a recap of the headlines. Recapping the headlines, the 2024 Republic Bank Intercol champions take to the streets to celebrate their victory. Grenada facing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit by the family of a U.S. couple deemed dead, and Joel Joseph remanded after charge of harboring escaped criminal Levon Deet. In the region, all eyes on Haiti as Prime Minister Ariel Henry resigns. Internationally, Senegalese opposition leaders released from jail ahead of elections. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I am Beverly Telesford. That's the news. Good night.